What's going on, people? It's your boy 40. Now, the big news coming out of Newcastle United today is Paul Dummett and Florian Lejuene will be out of action for 2 to 3 weeks after sustaining injuries during the Spurs loss on Sunday. Now, Paul Dummett's injury is a hamstring injury. You might have seen him running alongside Moussa Sissoko when Spurs were on the attack, and he pulled up, laid down on the floor, and that was it. And he was later replaced by Kieran Clark at left back. Then obviously Florian Lejeune, the big, the second big story that came out of the game, should I say, was Harry Kane's tackle on Florian Lejeune, and that was obviously later on in the half, and now he'll be missing out through an ankle ligament injury. So again, both of them will be out for around about 2 to 3 weeks. So the question I ask is, who replaces them? Now, during the game, we shuffled to a back four of Manquillo right back, Clark left back, and then obviously Lascelles and Mbemba came on for those two as well. So do we go with the same back four? Obviously we ended up losing 2-0, but obviously there was other factors throughout that whole loss anyway. So what do we do from here? Do we stick with the same back four that we finished with, or do we go with something different? Now, obviously the candidates are, as I just mentioned before, those same four: Javier Manquillo on the right, Kieran Clark, who was starting off at centre half, moved over to left back, and then obviously we had Lascelles captain and Mbemba in the middle. Or do we go with what's left on the bench and a couple of the guys that are kind of deemed surplus to requirements, starting off with Ashraf Lazar? Now this guy, as I said before, we had high hopes for him. He's now been told that he can go, although, you know, in terms of out and out left backs, he's one of the ones that you would have thought he would be one to rival Paul Dummett. Now, again, is it worth putting him in there? Again, people might have forgotten what he could do. It might even be worth putting him in the shop window as well. Again, a good way to advertise what potential buyers could get if he is available, which he is. Or we could go with Jesus Gomez, who again didn't look too bad during pre-season, although be it we didn't play the highest of grade of opposition in pre-season, but again he did look potentially good, someone again that we could move over there as well. Other candidates as well is Sadio Haidara. Obviously he had talks with St Etienne, that move broke down as opposed to basically due to either a transfer fee or wages, or in fact both. So again he could be pushed to left back. And then again, in terms of centre halves, we've got the likes of Grant Hanley, another forgotten guy. He was in talks with Birmingham and Derby. Obviously both of those moves broke down, and he's still at the club as well. So all I want to do out of this video is get your thoughts in the comment section below on what should the back four look like. Obviously we've got to think about the midfield area as well, because obviously Shelvey's going to be out for the next 3 games as well. It looks like Mikel Merino is going to be stepping in. I mean, he did come on for a brief period, and he in fact put together quite a decent array, should I say, of good passes moving forward. So again, it's either him or Mo Diame is probably the other candidate for the role as well, but it looks like Merino's got that role nailed on. So again, a lot to think about. Obviously we've got the game on Sunday coming up against Huddersfield Town, so hopefully we could have maybe even a few bodies through the door. Obviously Hosselu looks like he's going to be signing on the dotted line today for £5 million, but again, breaking news is obviously Lejeune and Dummett are out for 2 to 3 weeks. Who do we need to get in to replace them immediately for the next game coming up on Sunday?